So hello, we're following on from the lesson where we looked at the strings, the names of the strings, and we're going to be working on page 3 of James Hill's Green Book, Ukulele in the Classroom. So this is the book we're working from today, and this is basically finishing lesson 1. First of all, make sure your instrument's in tune, that it sounds like. And if you have the low G fitted, then it should sound like this. Whichever you've got. Check your posture. Sit in your seat as if you're ready to jump up, so you've got some energy when you play. Think about what musicians look like in orchestras. They don't slouch, they sit up. Your instrument should be pointing roughly 45 degrees. Find a comfy position. You've got the body of the instrument tucked under your forearm. Your thumb will strike the strings naturally where the body meets the neck, about there. And for this end, we're not using our fingers on the fretboard yet, but support the instrument with your thumb behind and your forefinger just resting against it, but basically it's supported against your body with your right arm, assuming that you're right-handed. So looking, I'll come closer so you can actually see what my fingers are doing as we work our way through the continuation of lesson 1 on page 3. And we're playing the first line, the first exercise. It's in 4/4 time. There are 4 beats to the bar. The round notes with sticks on are 2 beats, and the filled-in notes are 1 beat. And so the line will sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can roll back and repeat that as many times as you'd like. Try and keep it nice and smooth. Try and go for a nice tone, which is about allowing the thumb to fall off the string almost downwards and releasing the string so it sounds beautiful. We'll play that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the first line. The next line is a different note. It's the same rhythm. E, which is the second string from the floor of the second string. I count 1, 2, 3, 4. When I pluck a string that's not the top string, the thumb comes to rest against the next string up. So it's called a rest stroke, and that makes for a nice full tone on the note you're playing. Play that again, play along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can wind back and play this as many times as you want. When you've got it, you might like to play the opposite one. So let me play exercise 1 while you play exercise 2, and you'll get something which will sound a bit like this. Like we did in class. Okay. Moving right along, let's look at 3. It's a different rhythm. And we've got a new note right at the end. There is the 4-beat note, the semi-breve. We're playing the note E, bottom line on the stave, note E. Let's play. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. We play that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Stop. The same rhythm as Jingle Bells, if you notice. Ding dum 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 bum dum bum 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 bum. Okay. Exercise 4, same rhythm again, and of course, just as before, we can then play one against the other. For the moment, we're playing the ledger line under the stave, the first ledger line. It's called, that's what it's called. It's C, middle C on the piano, and we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 4. Shall we do that again? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And again, you can play those one against the other if you want to. So we move down the page. Exercise 5. Slightly different rhythm. Playing the C note to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we played it twice because it told us to. At the end of the line there are 2 dots, which, as we said, are not ink splotches by mistake. They are in fact 2 dots to send us back to the beginning to do it all over again. Kind of musical shorthand. Okay, so we reach exercise 6, and this is where the difference between the high and the low G strings comes in. If you're playing a high G, then your note you're actually playing is that faded out note. That's the note you're actually playing, that's the sound you're getting. So we're encouraging you to have the low G, so I better get one, and we're going to play the low G note, which sounds like this. Harmonically, it doesn't matter which you're playing, but when it comes to playing tunes, it's going to be much more convenient to have the low G. Anyway, we play in it, whether it sounds like this or like this, it's still a G. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I encourage you to repeat that until you're really comfy with it, and once you've got it, then you can play one against the other. I'll just play it with a high G just in case you've got a high G instrument and would find that helpful to hear it. So we'll just do that because we can. So it's the same exercise 6, but with the high G. This is an Oscar Schmidt ukulele, rather nice instrument. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it. With exercise 7, James introduces us to a little bit of syncopation. You will see that there's a 1-beat note, then a 2-beat note, and then a 1-beat note. Now normally you expect the strong beats to be 1 and 3, but with this we carry across the bar, across that strong beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. That idea. So we're going to play that and try and get it right, shall we? We're going to play on the note that they're asking us to play, which is note E. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and again we're invited to do the same rhythm with exercise 8, same rhythm, different note. The note is G, and the faded out one is the high G. We'll play that just because this is the instrument I have in my hand, and it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. And just for completeness sake, we will play it with the low G instrument. So on a nice pono. There's a low G there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brings us to the end of lesson 1, and since you have us on tape, you can repeat that as many times as you like. When you're ready, move on to the next lesson, open string melodies, which is on the next page.